Two obvious questions that have been picked up by the media about Harry and Meghan's response or lack of response to this whole saga. And a third question which is not quite so obvious, which I'll come to in a moment, but all of which deserve an answer. The first of which is, why have they remained so silent about all of this since the story broke? Why have they not come out to say that they condemn the fact that the names were named? They condemn the allegations overall because they've been taken out of context and out of proportion, certainly out of all proportion that I'm sure they really would have wanted to mean in the first place. The second question is, if they are, which they seem to be, litigious in bringing claims against anybody that is breaching their right to privacy, their communications and all of these kind of things, why are they not considering those legal avenues and considering claims against either Omid Scobie or anybody else for that matter that's had any involvement in the publication of these books from start to finish? Because after all, they do detail private conversations and details that should have remained private. And the third question, which is not quite so obvious, is if sources close to the Duchess of Sussex has said that she never had any intention for these names to be published, first of all, where did the names come from in the first place? Which is, I'm sure, a question everybody would like answered. But the more nuanced and the less obvious question is, if a source close to the Duchess of Sussex has leaked this information somehow to the press, and remembering, of course, that we sometimes believe that a source close to is usually the person themselves. So a source close to X is usually X. Not always, but it can well often be that person themselves. So if a source close to the Duchess of Sussex has said that she never intended for these names to be leaked in the first place, why is it not then the case that further information has been leaked in exactly the same way by the same source close to the Duchess of Sussex as to what they think about the fact that the names have been leaked, what they think about the allegations in general, whether they're considering any legal actions against Omid Scobie or the producers or anyone else along those lines? Those are questions that really, I think, everybody deserves an answer to. But at the moment, silence speaks volumes. And so I think a lot of people might think very differently if they had answers to those questions. So those are things that we may or may not find out as and when, or indeed if, the source close to the Duchess of Sussex gives more information to the press. So those are the questions that I'll leave you with. Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget to check out my Vlogmas Day 1 and Day 2, both of which I will link in the description below. But for now, make sure you subscribe. Happy Saturday, and thank you for watching.